Hello everyone and welcome back. Have you ever wondered what happens in a building when a fire breaks out at midnight when everyone is asleep? Or how factories and warehouses detect a fire before it spreads out of control? The answer is a fire detection alarm system. Every modern building, schools, hospitals, offices uses some kind of fire alarm. Today, we are going to build our very own simple fire detection alarm using an Arduino Uno and a flame sensor. When our circuit detects fire, it will sound a buzzer as an alert, turn on a red LED to indicate danger, and keep a green LED on when everything is safe. This project teaches you the real basics of how sensors, microcontrollers, and output devices work together. The same concept used in professional safety systems. So let's get started. Now let's understand the most important component in this project, the flame sensor. A flame sensor is a tiny electronic module that can detect the presence of fire or an open flame. But how does it work? Fire produces a special type of light called infrared light or IR light. Our human eyes cannot see infrared light, but the flame sensor has a special component inside it called the phototransistor. This phototransistor is sensitive to infrared light. When a flame is nearby, the infrared light from that flame hits the phototransistor and the sensor immediately responds. Think of it like this. The flame sensor is like a pair of special glasses that can only see fire's invisible light. Now let's look at the pins on the flame sensor module. It has 4 pins. VCC. This is the power pin. Connect it to 5 volts. GND. This is the ground pin. Connect it to the ground of the Arduino. DO. This stands for digital output. It gives either a high or low signal. Either fire is detected or it is not. AO. This stands for analog output. It gives a range of values depending on how strong or close the flame is. In this project, we are using the DO, the digital output pin. One more important thing. Flame sensors can detect fire from a distance of up to 100 centimeters, which is about 1 meter away. That's quite sensitive. Now that we understand our main sensor, let's move on to building the circuit. Before we wire everything up, let me quickly explain the other components. The buzzer. A buzzer is a simple output device that makes a sound when electricity passes through it. It has 2 legs, a longer positive leg and a shorter negative leg. When we connect the positive leg to a digital pin on the Arduino and send a high signal, the buzzer beeps. The LEDs. LED stands for light emitting diode. It lights up when current flows through it. Like the buzzer, an LED has 2 legs. The longer leg is the positive leg, also called the anode. The shorter leg is the negative leg, also called the cathode. We are using a red LED to show danger and a green LED to show safety. Jumper wires. Jumper wires comes in different types, male to male and male to female. They carry signals and power between the Arduino and the other components. In this project, we use male to male jumper wires to connect through the breadboard. The breadboard. A breadboard has many small holes arranged in rows and columns. The holes in the same row are connected internally. This allows us to plug in components and wires easily without soldering. It's perfect for building and testing projects quickly. Now let's wire everything up. Follow each step carefully. We have 4 components to connect to the Arduino: the flame sensor, the red LED, the green LED, and the buzzer. Step 1. Connecting the flame sensor. Place the flame sensor on the breadboard. Connect the VCC pin of the flame sensor to the positive rail of the breadboard. Connect the GND pin of the flame sensor to the negative rail of the breadboard. Connect the DO digital output pin of the flame sensor to digital pin 2 on the Arduino. This allows the sensor to send flame detection signals to the Arduino. Step 2. Powering the breadboard. First, connect the Arduino to the breadboard power rails. Connect the 5-volt pin of the Arduino to the positive rail of the breadboard. Connect the GND pin of the Arduino to the negative rail of the breadboard. This will provide power to all the components through the breadboard rails. Step 3. Connecting the red LED. Place the red LED on the breadboard. Connect the longer positive leg of the red LED to digital pin 12 on the Arduino. Connect the shorter negative leg of the red LED to the negative rail of the breadboard. Step 4. Connecting the green LED. Place the green LED on the breadboard. Connect the longer positive leg of the green LED to digital pin 13 on the Arduino. Connect the shorter negative leg to the negative rail of the breadboard. Step 5. Connecting the buzzer. Place the buzzer on the breadboard. Connect the positive pin of the buzzer to digital pin 11 on the Arduino. Connect the negative pin to the negative rail of the breadboard. Step 6. Connecting the Arduino to the computer. Now connect the Arduino to your computer. Take a USB cable and connect one end to the Arduino board. Connect the other end to a USB port on your computer. The Arduino will receive power and will be ready to upload and run your code. And that's it. All connections are now complete. Let's do a quick summary before we move to the code. The flame sensor is on pin 2, the buzzer is on pin 11, the red LED is on pin 12, the green LED is on pin 13. All GND connections go to the Arduino's GND and the sensor's VCC goes to the 5V pin. Double check your connections before moving on. Now that our circuit is ready, let's write the code for the Arduino. We use a software called the Arduino IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It's the program where we write, check, and upload our code to the Arduino board. In your CS lab, open the menu and find the Arduino IDE. Click New Project and name the project as Fire Detection. When it opens, you'll see a blank file. This is called a sketch. Every Arduino program is called a sketch. You'll notice two main sections in the sketch. The setup function. This runs once when the Arduino starts. The loop function. This runs again and again, continuously, as long as the Arduino is powered on. We will now write our code inside these two sections. Now let's take a single look at the code. Don't worry, you don't need to understand every single line. Let's just understand the big idea of what this code is doing. The code has three main parts. The first part, at the very top, is where we give names to our pin numbers. Instead of remembering that the buzzer is on pin 11, we just write buzzer, and the code understands it. This makes everything easier to read. The second part is called the setup. This runs just once when the Arduino is switched on. Here we tell the Arduino which pins are for receiving information, like the flame sensor, and which pins are for sending information, like the LEDs and buzzer. The third part is called the loop. This is the heart of the program. It runs again and again, non-stop, as long as the Arduino has power. It keeps checking, is there a flame? Is there no flame? If the sensor detects fire, the buzzer turns on, the red LED lights up, and the green LED turns off. If there is no fire, the buzzer stays silent, the red LED stays off, and the green LED stays on to show everything is safe. That's really all this code is doing, checking for fire and responding to it. Simple and smart. You can copy this code directly from the source link provided in the description, paste it into the Arduino IDE, and it's ready to upload. Now let's upload the code to the Arduino. Before uploading, make sure your Arduino is connected to your computer using the USB cable. Step 1. In the Arduino IDE, select the board Arduino Uno. Step 2. Click Full Screen button and select Serial Monitor and click Connect button. Step 3. Now click the Upload button. You'll see a progress bar at the right side of the screen. Wait for a few seconds. When the upload is complete, you'll see the message Upload Complete at the bottom of the screen. If you see any red error messages instead, don't worry, check your code carefully for any typos or missing semicolons. Every symbol in the code matters. Once the upload is successful, the program starts running on the Arduino immediately. Now for the most exciting part. Let's test our fire alarm. When there's no fire near the sensor, notice that the green LED is still on. This means the system is active and everything is safe. The buzzer is silent and the red LED is off. That's our alarm, and the green LED turns off. On the computer screen, you can see the serial monitoring printing the message, flame detected every second. Now let's remove the flame. Instantly the buzzer stops, the red LED turns off, and the green LED comes back on. The serial monitor now shows no flame detected. Our fire alarm is working perfectly, just like real fire alarm systems. Our circuit detects the danger, raises the alarm, and gives a clear safe signal once the danger is gone. And that brings us to the end of our fire detection alarm project. Thank you for watching.